Frustration is a common emotion that we all experience from time to time. It can be caused by various factors such as unmet expectations, obstacles, delays, or conflicts. Frustration can make us feel angry, impatient, or discouraged. It can also affect our productivity, relationships, and well-being. But how can we deal with frustration in a more constructive and rational way? How can we turn frustration into an opportunity for growth and learning? In this video, we will explore 7 Stoic lessons that can help us handle frustration better. In this video, we not only share Stoics lessons, but also ways of easy and useful practices and techniques that are always helpful to handle any upset situation. Stoicism provides us practical tools and techniques to cope with challenges and emotions. Before we begin, please make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon to get notified of our latest videos that help you to understand modern Stoicism in our daily life. And if you like Stoicism, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Now let's get started with the first lesson. Lesson 1. The Frustration Journal. The first lesson is to keep a frustration journal. A frustration journal is a simple but powerful tool that can help us understand and manage our frustration better. It can also help us develop self-awareness, self-control, and gratitude. A frustration journal is a place where we write down the things that frustrate us, how we feel about them, and how we react to them. We can also write down the possible causes, consequences, and solutions for our frustration. By doing this, we can gain more clarity and perspective on our situation. We can also identify the patterns and triggers of our frustration and learn from our mistakes and successes. To keep a frustration journal, you can use a notebook, a digital app, or any other medium that suits you. The important thing is to be honest, consistent, and reflective. Try to write in your journal every day, or at least once a week. You can write as much or as little as you want, but try to be specific and concrete. Here are some questions that can guide you. What frustrated me today? How did I feel when I was frustrated? What was the cause of my frustration? By keeping a frustration journal, you can become more aware of your emotions and reactions and more mindful of your thoughts and actions. You can also discover new ways to cope with frustration and appreciate the positive aspects of your life. Lesson 2. Stoic Pause and Breathing Exercise. The Stoic Pause and Breathing Exercise is a simple but effective technique that can help us calm down and regain our composure when we are frustrated. It can also help us detach ourselves from the situation and think more clearly and rationally. The Stoic pause and breathing exercise is based on the idea that we can control our emotions by controlling our breath. By slowing down and deepening our breath, we can lower our heart rate, blood pressure, and stress levels. We can also relax our muscles, nerves, and mind. To practice the Stoic pause and breathing exercise, you can follow these steps. When you feel frustrated, stop what you are doing and take a moment to pause. You can close your eyes or look away from the source of your frustration. Take a deep breath in through your nose and hold it for a few seconds. Then exhale slowly through your mouth and repeat the process. You can count to 4 or 5 as you inhale and exhale, or use a mantra or affirmation that helps you relax. As you breathe, focus on your breath and nothing else. Try to clear your mind of any thoughts or emotions that are bothering you. If any thoughts or emotions arise, acknowledge them and let them go. Do not judge them or dwell on them. Continue to breathe deeply and calmly for as long as you need, until you feel more calm and centered. You can do this for a few minutes or longer if necessary. When you are ready, open your eyes and resume your activity. You can also take some time to reflect on your situation and decide what to do next. By practicing the Stoic pause and breathing exercise, you can reduce your frustration and restore your balance and harmony. Lesson 3. The Stoic Timeout. A Stoic timeout is a deliberate and temporary withdrawal from the situation that frustrates us. It is a way of creating some distance and space between ourselves and the problem. It is also a way of giving ourselves some time to think and act more wisely and effectively. A Stoic timeout is not a sign of weakness or avoidance. It is a sign of strength and wisdom. It is a way of acknowledging that we are not in the best state of mind to deal with the situation, and that we need some time to cool off and collect ourselves. It is also a way of respecting ourselves and others, and avoiding unnecessary conflicts and regrets. When you feel frustrated and you have practiced the Stoic pause and breathing exercise, tell yourself that you need a Stoic timeout. You can also tell the other person or people involved that you need some time to think and calm down, and that you will get back to them later. Be polite and respectful, but firm and assertive. Remove yourself from the situation that frustrates you. You can go to another room, take a walk, or do something else that distracts you and relaxes you. You can also listen to some music, read a book, or meditate. Do whatever works for you as long as it is healthy and positive. Use the time to reflect on your situation and your frustration. Try to see the situation from different perspectives and question your assumptions and judgments. Try to understand the cause and effect of your frustration and the possible solutions and outcomes. Try to be objective and rational and avoid being emotional and impulsive. Decide what to do next based on your reflection and analysis. You can choose to accept the situation, change the situation, or change yourself. You can also choose to communicate with the other person or people involved, or to let go of the issue. Whatever you decide, make sure it is in line with your values and goals, and that it is beneficial for you and others. By taking a Stoic timeout, you can prevent your frustration from escalating and affecting your decisions and actions. You can also find better ways to deal with the situation and improve your situation and your relationships. Lesson 4. Create a Stoic Affirmation playlist. A Stoic Affirmation playlist is a collection of positive and empowering statements that can help us cope with frustration and other negative emotions. It can also help us reinforce our Stoic principles and values and remind us of our potential and purpose. A Stoic affirmation playlist is based on the idea that we can influence our emotions by influencing our thoughts. By repeating positive and rational thoughts, we can replace negative and irrational thoughts. We can also boost our confidence, motivation, and resilience. Think of some Stoic affirmations that resonate with you and inspire you. You can use some of the famous quotes from the Stoic philosophers, such as, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." We suffer not from the events in our lives, but from our judgment about them. Some things are in our control and others not. Create your own Stoic affirmations based on your personal experiences and goals. For example, "I can handle any situation with calmness and courage." Or, "I can learn from my frustration and grow from it." Act according to your principles and values, and not according to external pressures or opinions. Content with what you have, and not crave for what you don't have. Compassionate and helpful to others, and not harm or judge them. Write down your Stoic affirmations on a piece of paper, a digital device, or any other medium that suits you. You can also record them as audio or video files. Review your Stoic affirmations regularly, preferably every day. You can do this in the morning before you start your day or in the evening before you end your day. You can also do this whenever you feel frustrated or stressed, or whenever you need some motivation or inspiration. Repeat your Stoic affirmations out loud or in your mind with conviction and confidence. You can also visualize yourself living by your affirmations and feeling the positive emotions that they generate. You can also use some gestures or movements that reinforce your affirmations, such as smiling, nodding, or clapping. By creating and reviewing your Stoic affirmation playlist, you can program your mind and heart with positive and empowering thoughts and feelings. You can also align your actions and habits with your Stoic affirmations and live a more fulfilling and meaningful life. Lesson 5. Stoic visual metaphors. These can be images or symbols that represent Stoic concepts or principles. They can help us understand and remember Stoic teachings better. They can also help us cope with frustration and other negative emotions by providing us with a visual reminder or guidance. Stoic visual metaphors are based on the idea that we can use our imagination and creativity to enhance our learning and thinking. By associating Stoic ideas with concrete and familiar objects, we can make them more memorable and relatable. We can also use them to trigger positive associations and emotions, and to inspire us to act in accordance with Stoicism. Think of some Stoic concepts or principles that you want to learn or apply. You can use some of the core Stoic teachings, such as the dichotomy of control is distinction between what is in our control and what is not in our control, and the importance of focusing on the former and accepting the latter. The obstacle is the way of idea that we can use any challenge or difficulty as an opportunity for growth and improvement, and not as a hindrance or setback. The view from above. The practice of zooming out and looking at our situation from a broader and higher perspective and realizing how small and insignificant our problems are in the grand scheme of things. Think of some visual metaphors that can represent or illustrate these Stoic concepts or principles. You can use some of the common Stoic symbols, such as a circle, a symbol of wholeness, completeness, and harmony. It can also represent the dichotomy of control by dividing the circle into two parts: the inner circle, which contains what is in our control, and the outer circle, which contains what is not in our control. A fire, a symbol of energy, passion, and transformation. It can also represent the obstacle is the way, by showing how fire can consume and destroy anything that stands in its way, or how fire can refine and purify anything that passes through it. You can also create your own visual metaphors based on your personal preferences and experiences. For example, a bird, a symbol of freedom, joy, and creativity. It can also represent the view from above by showing how a bird can fly and soar above the ground, or how a bird can see and explore the world from different angles. A book, a symbol of knowledge, wisdom, and learning. It can also represent the three disciplines by showing how a book can teach us how to desire, act, and assent in a Stoic way. Draw or find your visual metaphors on a piece of paper, a digital device, or any other medium that suits you. You can also use some stickers, magnets, or posters that have your visual metaphors on them. Place your visual metaphors somewhere where you can see them regularly, preferably every day. You can put them on your desk, your wall, your fridge, or your phone. You can also carry them with you or wear them as accessories. Look at your visual metaphors often and think about what they mean and how they relate to your situation and your frustration. You can also use them as a cue or a prompt to practice some Stoic exercises or techniques, such as the Stoic pause and breathing exercise, the Stoic Timeout, or the Stoic Affirmation playlist. By using Stoic visual metaphors, you can reinforce your Stoic learning and thinking and apply them to your daily life. You can also cope with frustration and other negative emotions by using your visual metaphors as a source of inspiration and guidance. Lesson 6. Stoic Object of Focus. A Stoic object of focus is a physical or mental object that can help us concentrate and calm our mind when we are frustrated. It can also help us direct our attention and energy to what matters most and avoid distractions and temptations. This is the idea that we can use our senses and our imagination to enhance our focus and awareness. By choosing an object that is meaningful and relevant to us, we can create a connection and a resonance with it. We can also use it to anchor ourselves in the present moment and to align ourselves with our Stoic values and goals. To use a Stoic object of focus, you can follow these steps. Think of an object that can serve as your Stoic object of focus. You can use any object that you like, as long as it is simple, accessible, and appropriate. You can use some of the common Stoic objects, such as a coin. This is a symbol of fate, fortune, and choice. It can also remind us of the dichotomy of control and the importance of making wise and virtuous decisions. A ring. This is a symbol of commitment, loyalty, and unity. It can also remind us of the 4 cardinal virtues and the importance of living by them. A stone. This is a symbol of solidity, durability, and simplicity. It can also remind us of the 3 disciplines and the importance of mastering them. A feather, a symbol of lightness, flexibility, and grace. It can also remind us of the view from above and the importance of having a broader and higher perspective. A candle, a symbol of illumination, warmth, and hope. It can also remind us of the obstacle is the way and the importance of finding opportunities and solutions in every situation. You can also create your own Stoic object of focus based on your personal preferences and experiences. For example, a flower, a symbol of beauty, growth, and resilience. It can also remind us of the dichotomy of control and the importance of adapting and thriving in any environment. Use this technique whenever you need to focus and calm your mind, especially when you are frustrated or stressed. You can do this by holding, touching, or looking at your physical object, or by visualizing, recalling, or thinking about your mental object. You can also do both if you prefer. As you use this method, pay attention to its features and qualities, such as its shape, color, texture, weight, or sound. Try to notice every detail and aspect of it, and appreciate its beauty and uniqueness. You can also associate your object with some positive emotions and sensations, such as calmness, happiness, or gratitude. As you use this method, also pay attention to its meaning and significance and how it relates to your situation and your frustration. Try to remember what your object represents or symbolizes and how it can inspire or guide you. You can also repeat some Stoic affirmations or quotes that are relevant to your object and your situation, such as, "I can see my situation from a broader and higher perspective," or "I can find opportunities and solutions in every situation." By using your Stoic object of focus, you can improve your focus and awareness and reduce your frustration and stress. You can also connect with your Stoic object of focus and use it as a source of inspiration and guidance. Lesson 7. Stoic Reflection through Art. The 7th and final lesson. Stoic reflection through art is a creative and expressive way of coping with frustration and other negative emotions. It is also a way of exploring and expressing our thoughts and feelings, and finding meaning and purpose in our situation. Stoic reflection through art is based on the idea that we can use art as a medium and a tool to enhance our reflection and communication. By creating or appreciating art, we can channel and transform our emotions and experiences into something beautiful and valuable. We can also share and connect with ourselves and others, and inspire and influence them. To practice Stoic reflection through art, you can follow these steps. Choose an art form that you want to use for your Stoic reflection. You can use any art form that you like, as long as it is suitable and enjoyable for you. You can use some of the common art forms, such as writing is a form of art that uses words and language to convey and create meaning. You can write a poem, a story, an essay, or a journal entry, or any other genre. Drawing, that uses lines and shapes to represent and create images. You can draw a sketch, a doodle, a cartoon, a portrait, or a landscape, or any other style. And music that uses sounds and rhythms to communicate and create harmony. You can sing a song, play an instrument, compose a melody, or listen to a playlist, or any other mode. You can also create your own art form based on your personal preferences and experiences. For example, cooking, gardening, and photography. Cooking is a form of art that uses ingredients and recipes to nourish and create flavors. You can cook a soup, a salad, a pizza, or a cake, or any other dish. Gardening is also a form of art that uses plants and tools to cultivate and create beauty. You can garden a flower, a vegetable, a bonsai, or a terrarium, or any other plant. Create or appreciate your art form, using your frustration and your situation as your inspiration and your theme. You can either create your own original piece of art or appreciate an existing piece of art that resonates with you. You can also do both if you prefer. As you create or appreciate your art form, pay attention to how it reflects and expresses your thoughts and feelings, and how it relates to your situation and your frustration. Try to notice every detail and aspect of it, and appreciate its beauty and uniqueness. You can also associate your art form with some positive emotions and sensations, such as calmness, happiness, or gratitude. As you create or appreciate your art form, also pay attention to how it helps you cope and communicate with your frustration and your situation. Try to remember what your art form represents or symbolizes, and how it can inspire or guide you. You can also repeat some Stoic affirmations or quotes that are relevant to your art form and your situation, such as, "I can handle any situation with calmness and courage," or "I can see my situation from a broader and higher perspective." By practicing Stoic reflection through art, you can cope with your frustration and other negative emotions and turn them into something beautiful and valuable. We have learned 7 Stoic lessons that can help us handle frustration better. These Stoic lessons are not only useful for dealing with frustration, but also for living a more fulfilling and meaningful life. They can help us develop self-awareness, self-control, and gratitude. We encourage you to try these Stoic lessons at least once and see how they can improve your situation and your well-being. You can also practice them regularly and make them a part of your daily routine. You will be amazed by the powerful results that they can bring. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And if you are interested in learning more about Stoicism and how it can help you in your daily life, please subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to get notified of our latest videos. We have more videos on Stoic principles, practices, and stories that can inspire and guide you. Thank you for watching, and we hope to see you again soon.